Leaders of the G7, a grouping of wealthy democracies, ended the first day of their summit in Cornwall on Friday at the Eden Project, a botanical garden shaped like biodomes that create a rainforest environment, a reminder of the crisis the planet is facing. This year's host, British Prime Minister Boris Johnson, wants to make climate change central to the talks.
Building back greener and building back fairer and building back more equal.
Climate activists say they have had enough of promises and demand real action.
The carbon emissions in the atmosphere continue to go up, despite the Paris Agreement in 2015. None of these 7 countries are acting as they should on their promises, and so we're not on track for 1.5 degrees.
1.5 degrees Celsius is the maximum temperature rise that G7 countries are committing to, compared to pre-industrial levels, a change from the previously agreed 2 degrees of global warming. This is a significant move as countries prepare for the Glasgow COP26, the UN climate change conference in November that Britain will also host. Leaders are also pressured to fulfill the pledge they made in the 2015 Paris Agreement to provide climate financing to developing countries to address climate change.
Namely in relation to the mobilization of $100 billion of support every year to developing countries. And so one of the things that I believe is very important from the point of view of the G7 and the G7 countries is to clarify how this $100 billion will materialize.
The summit, severely restricted due to COVID-19 protocols, is attended by the leaders of Britain, Canada, France, Germany, Italy, Japan, and the United States. To lead the world out of the pandemic, they are set to commit to donating 1 billion doses of vaccines to lower and middle-income countries. Half of them will be provided by the United States, which has committed to spending $3.5 billion on the Pfizer vaccine to be distributed via COVAX. From the G7 Summit, Patsy Widakuswara, VOA News.